7. Garrett outside the switch. Taj goes over and breaks down. And then he hammers it home. Broke his ankles.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. I hope you guys are doing well. If you end up enjoying the video, be free to give me a thumbs up and click that subscribe button for more content. I really appreciate all your great amount of support. Literally everyone that's a member, you guys are truly amazing. For you guys to go above and beyond, just thank you so much. I can't even put it into words. I sound like a broken record when I keep on saying I appreciate it, but I really do. But just a big shout out to all of you guys. You guys all make this channel possible. I put up the videos, but you guys watch them. As today's video, I'm actually going to be talking about like the key X factors when it comes to this playoff series matchup up against the Atlanta Hawks. The reason why I'm not going to really explain Julius Randle is because we already know Julius Randle is our number one option. If he does not play well, pretty much the series is over unless RJ Barrett looks like a future MVP. I love RJ, but I do not see that happening. We already know that Julius Randle is the key X factor of literally every single basketball game. Let's just say it's over if Julius Randle does not step up when it comes to the first few games of this series, unless we have like a miraculous comeback. But we definitely do need him to have a huge series on both ends of the floor, or at least a solid to good one, look like that number one option. Moving on, we have Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose is just the key X factor, specifically when it comes to the bench. He's been absolutely amazing. What a steal we've got him for, giving up a second round pick in Dennis Smith Jr., who sadly has been hurt. Of course, had a lot of talent, but he never really put it together, knowing how to play the point guard position, still has a lot of work to do. But you take a look at Derrick Rose. He's been one of the best scorers when it comes to Knicks, creating his own shot, really creating shots down the stretch, and he's a better playmaker. Of course, it does suck that he had that injury, but it's also matured his game as well, working on that jump shot. He's smarter. He's really good when it comes to his body control around the basket, really protecting himself compared to past years. But Alfred Payton, what's he bring you offensively? Absolutely nothing. So we need Derrick Rose to bring an immediate impact when it comes off the bench. Derrick Rose is extremely important. You really have to put up points at that point guard position, and it's one of the most important parts of the NBA game. At the point guard position, can you put pressure on the defense? Alfred Payton actually does a solid job at that, but he does not finish. He's going to put pressure of getting down the lane, but can you finish at the freaking basket? And that's something Derrick Rose could really bring if it's down the stretch or just scoring in general, really carrying that point guard load when it comes to scoring the basketball. Moving on, I actually think this player is a really underrated X factor when it comes to this basketball game. It is Taj Gibson. You take a look at the Atlanta Hawks. Who do they have at the center position? Clint Capella, the leader in rebounds. He's literally averaging 14 rebounds per game. When it comes to the 2020 to 21 NBA season, he has been off the charts. Of course, he's this really big body. He's really physical. I love Nerlens Noel. He's a shot blocker, but he's someone who, of course, doesn't produce much offensively, and he's not the best of rebounder in the world. He really relies on his length, when that's not going to work when it comes to Clint Capella. Clint Capella has length, but he also is really good at getting in front of you, fronting you, rebounding the basketball, and just playing like an absolute beast. I know Taj Gibson is undersized when it comes to the center position, and he's played out of position the last couple of years, but Taj Gibson has something Nerlens Noel does not. He's a good rebounder. He knows how to front you. He has experience. He's played in the NBA for a very long time. He knows where the center is going to go out there on the court. He is really good when it comes to locked in, on the film, and translating it to the NBA game. But yes, he's physical. He's stronger. He's really good at timing his rebounds. He has good hands. I think he definitely is going to be a key X factor, especially when it comes to the defense side of the basketball, not allowing entry passes, fronting them, getting key deflections. He may not have tons of blocks some games or steals, but he gets key deflections in games. Moving on, this may not be the biggest of role in the world, but I think when he's out there for maybe 10 minutes, I think he could produce something that is very solid out there on the basketball court. So the next X factor as a player is Frank Ntilikina. Of course, a lot of people have given up on Frank Ntilikina. I'm someone that has given up on him as the point guard of the future, or maybe someone who's going to contribute big time, scoring the ball, but that's never really been his forte if you're really thinking about Frank Ntilikina's game. But Trae Young, one of the best scorers in the game. He's really good with the ball in his hands. He's not really at Curry's level, of course, a lot of people compare him to, moving without the basketball and spotting up in corners and really constantly moving. Even though he moves a lot, it's not at an elite level yet. But if I could, I would actually put Frank Ntilikina out there on the court. Payne is someone who can't really keep up with speed at all times. He has lapses that he just allows people to go straight to the cup. Do I think Frank Ntilikina's defense is overrated by some Knicks fans, saying it's like Gary Payton level? They don't actually say that, but some do. Some Frank stans say that. But you really need someone out there that can make Trae Young feel uncomfortable. Derrick Rose, he doesn't produce that much on the defense side of the basketball. He's gotten better, but is he still necessarily good? I would say he's alright, but you need a disruptive defensive player, and that's Frank Ntilikina. Someone who could use his wingspan, but also play discipline, and that is something he really needs to work on. Sometimes he can get too over-aggressive, but Trae Young really struggles with those long types of wingspans. Frank Ntilikina could play the passing lane. He may not rack you up like 10 to 15 points, but he definitely is going to have productive minutes on the defense side of the basketball, making Trae Young feel uncomfortable, and I think that's really a key X factor. Moving on, the last key X factor like player, it has to be Alec Burks. What do we struggle with? Closing out basketball games, or at least specifically at the beginning of the season we did get better with that, but do we have like a defined closer? Derrick Rose has proved that, like in a Knicks uniform at times, but Alec Burks has been as consistent as it comes. Like Derrick Rose and Alec Burks, you could say they're equal in that department, because what can they do? They could shoot the basketball. Wait, I'm just saying Derrick Rose could shoot the basketball at this point in his career. Things are crazy in 2021, y'all. Alec Burks, he's someone who can create his own shot, knock it down from mid-range territory, from downtown, work down the lane. We're definitely going to need his key contribution when it comes to off the bench. You can't just count on Derrick Rose. You can't count on Emmanuel quickly. He's a rookie. He might have some off nights. Taj Gibson's not going to score a ton. Yes, he can get you some easy buckets at times with that spin move and really using his physicality. Can we count on Obi Toppin? So yes, that just like leaves you with Derrick Rose in that department of scoring off the bench. You need Alec Burks, and we need someone who could really close down the stretch. And he's not a bad defender either, so I think he's someone who would be perfect to give you solid defense, give you timely buckets, and produce and really give us momentum, specifically at Madison Square Garden. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and as always, guys, have a humble day or night. Peace out, y'all.